What's going on, guys? In today's video we are inside of Affinity Publisher and we're going to talk about using the text decoration tools and how this can make our documents look a little bit more professional. So if we pay attention to the screen in front of us, you can see I've created myself a quick document just to show you guys how this feature works. So what I'll do first of all is just zoom in a little bit over on the left hand side so you guys can see this a little bit better on your screens. And we'll start off with this paragraph right here at the top. So I'll go ahead and I'll just select that. Then what we need to do before we move on is make sure that you guys have access to your paragraph tab over here on the right hand side. If you do not see your paragraph tab, then just simply make your way up to the top menu bar to window. Go down towards the bottom to where you have text. Then inside of here, just make sure that you have paragraph checked. Then you will also have access to that menu. So inside of the paragraph tab, what we need to do is go down towards the bottom to where we have this decorations drop down menu. Go ahead and just open that up and then you'll have access to all of these features inside of here. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to just talk about a few of these different buttons that we have and how you apply them to your project. So starting over on the left hand side, we have a left edge, a top edge, a right edge and a bottom edge, and we also have a fill. We'll talk about the fill in just a moment, but first of all we'll just cover these four. So what we're going to do to start with is we're going to go and apply a left edge, and what you can see over here now, if I deselect that, is we have this line going straight down here from the top to the bottom of the paragraph. So if we go and just select that paragraph once again, inside of here we can go and change the color of that if you guys want to use a different color. You can also change the thickness of that line to make that thicker or smaller. And you can also change how close or far away the line is from the text by using the indent feature we have right here. So all we've got to do is just simply adjust that to move that into position where you would like that to go. And each one of these menus do the exact same thing. It's just going to affect the specific edge that you are working on, whether it's your left, your top, your right or your bottom. So just for this paragraph, I think I'm going to go ahead and just leave the left edge. However, you guys are welcome to go in there and also put a top one on if you like, or maybe a left and the right edge. And just to quickly demonstrate with the right one, you can see that's right up to the text there. So we'll want to go ahead and just adjust that just to move that away. However, for this paragraph, I want to go ahead and just apply the left edge only. So what we're doing next is we're going to make our way down towards the bottom and we'll focus on how to use the fill. So we'll go ahead and apply that to this margins and bleed. I'll go inside of this paragraph and what I'm going to do is select both of these. Then back over to the right hand side inside of our decorations tab. This time around, we're going to choose the fill option. Then what we'll do is we'll go down to the fill color. And I think I'll leave that the light blue just for this demonstration, but you guys are welcome to use any color that you would like. So once you've gone ahead and got your color, we'll just go ahead and simply deselect that. And we'll also just deselect the text so we can see what we got right here. And that doesn't look too bad. However, some of you guys may want your fill to be a little bit bigger around the top and the bottom and the sides. If that is the case, then all we have to do is go back into this paragraph, go ahead and select all the text that you want this to apply to. Then back over to the right hand side, we'll just go and change the indent. So we'll just make that a little bit bigger on the bottom as well as the top. Then we'll go and deselect that just so we can see what we've got. So a problem you may run into if you guys make this a little bit too big is it may go right up against the text above that as well as the text underneath it. If that is the case, all you have to do is just adjust the size in between all of this text. So if we just go back inside of the text that we just applied the fill to, bring our cursor all the way to the beginning, then over to the right hand side, we're going to just head up to the top here to where we have this spacing menu. Go ahead and just open that up. Then inside of here, we have this option that says space before and space after. The space before is what we're going to use to begin with. So we'll go ahead and just make that a little bit bigger. And you can see that adjusts the spacing that we have between the margins and the bleed as well as the fill that we just created. Then we just need to do the same thing with the one at the bottom. So we need to go ahead and move the cursor from the beginning to the end of the text. Then we can go and adjust the spacing underneath that. So I'll go ahead and just put that at 8 points as well, as that's going to be consistent with what we got above. So once we go ahead and deselect that, you can see that looks a lot better. So before we move on, I'm just going to undo that as I like that to be a little bit closer as it originally was. So we'll go ahead now and we'll just zoom out so we can see what we've got all together. So we've now created the line that we have at the top here on the left hand side, as well as highlighted this section of text right here. So what we'll do next is we're going to put a box around this section down here where it says exporting. So I'll go ahead and just select all of the paragraph that I want this to apply to. And I'll just zoom in so you guys can see this a little bit better first. So I'll go ahead and just make that a little bit bigger. Then I'll go and select all of that paragraph. Then back over to the right hand side, go down towards the bottom, back into decorations. And we're going to go and apply a left edge, a top, a right and a bottom on this. And once again, you can go inside of your stroke menu and give that a different color if you like. That's entirely up to you. I like this red right here as it's the same red that we have inside of the logo of Affinity Publisher. But you guys are free to use any color that you would like. I'll just leave it like that just to be a bit quicker. You can also change the size of the width. So I'll go and make that probably around 2 points like it originally was. And just like before, you can go and change all your indent settings to make your box a little bit bigger around the edges or smaller. That's entirely up to you. However, I think 1mm all around look pretty good. So we'll go ahead and we'll just deselect that so we can see what we got. Zoom out, and then that is what we are left with. And this is kind of the sort of thing you will see inside of a user manual when you want a user's eyes to focus on a certain area of your text. So what we can do now is we can go ahead and we can save all of these as a style so we can apply this to any future projects. And the way that we would do that is by simply coming back over into our paragraph. We'll go and select the blue one to begin with. Then we're going to make our way over to the right hand side and we need to open up the tab which says text styles. Once again, if you guys don't see text styles, you'll find that inside of your Windows menu on the top menu bar. So inside of the text styles tab, we just need to make our way down towards the bottom to this option right here that says create paragraph style. Go ahead and select that and just give this a name. So we'll just call this blue style. In fact, blue fill is probably a better description. So once you go ahead and done that, just hit OK. And that we just created that style. So in order to use this anywhere else inside of our project, all we've got to do is simply select any other text. So I'll go and grab that one right there. Over in our text styles, we now just got to look for that blue fill that we just created, which is right there. Go ahead and select that. And you can see it's copied that same fill that we just created over there. So we'll go ahead and just deselect that. And you can do the same thing with the box that we created down at the bottom. So I'll just undo that real quick and we'll go just down to here at this paragraph where we created our box. Once again, we'll do the exact same thing in our text styles. We'll create a paragraph style. This time we'll call this red box. Go ahead and hit OK. Then once again, we'll just go and find a section of text and we'll just use that paragraph right there once again. And we'll just apply that red box in the styles, which is right there. And now that's just copied exactly what we had at the bottom, so you can see how that works. And you don't just have to apply this to just one paragraph of text, you can apply this to as much text as you like. So for instance, if I grab number 5 right here and just drag that all the way down to the bottom of number 7, we can go back into our decorations and we can give that a left edge once again. Give that a different color. This time around we'll go for maybe purple, and we'll just go ahead and change the indent so it doesn't obstruct the text. Make that a little bit bigger with the stroke so we can just see that a little bit better. Go ahead and deselect that, and then we've got that line going all the way down the bottom there. So you can see how easy that was to do. So that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you found it useful. If you did, then please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, as that really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm and helps other people find my content. I'm on a personal mission of trying to reach 10,000 subscribers, and I'm not too far away from that goal right now. So if you guys could subscribe if you haven't already, that would be a massive help. But for now, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.